It's the Austin Armadillos taking on the Washington Football Team.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Washington Football Team and the Austin Armadillos. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wallace over the middle, complete to Samuel. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off play action. Wallace. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Trey Flowers in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Swift's got the 1st down and then some. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift, 71 yards. And the Armadillos are on the board first here in this division round matchup. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Wallace. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Wallace. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. Now after the running play, we got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And Frank's looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That ball caught by Campbell. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 13-yard line. 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll run with Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Armadillos have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And bulldozing his way through. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way They're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead,
under pressure, and they got to him again. Reuben Foster, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. Throwing on third and long. Wallace got his man complete over the middle. That's Scott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's Welsh. That would have been from way downtown. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield.
On first and 10, it's Swift.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown! A big play there. 51 yards.
And the Armadillos continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Looking to throw on second down. In trouble, and he's taken down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel there to make the grab.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working.
He's got a man complete. And touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Armadillos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. On 1st and 10, Wallace. And it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's complete to Watt. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Back to throw again. Completes it to Watt. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely on line. They just need a little more oomph behind it. And it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
Flush to his right. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round. We now proceed to the start of the second half. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
115 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. Off the play fake, here's Franks. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Campbell making the catch. Touchdown! Harris Campbell, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Armadillos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McManus now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And pass.  'Cause 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 'c he's out of bounds. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Armadillos have got it on cruise control. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
A give to the brother of J.J. This is Derek Watt. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Back to throw. Wallace. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Flushed out right. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. Touchdown! Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Armadillos are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Armadillos take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Washington offense heading out. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, Wallace. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. Off play action. Wallace. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they'll run again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Armadillos use the short field to get in for 6. McManus's point after is good. And the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Wallace.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense back out there. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Throwing after the interception. Wallace.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Trey Flowers able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
On first down, it's Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's Campbell. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him and keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Yo. No, check that. We're like 52 right here.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And he's got this down to the 35. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They go play action here on nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. 2nd and 15. This will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15 he goes.